If you're going to succeed as an immigrant in the US, you first need to navigate the rigorous immigration process before and after settling in the US. It took me 8 good years to finally make it to the US. I was denied visa 4 times before I finally migrated as a master's international student. After I graduated, I took a leap of faith to get into the tech industry as a consultant, even though I had no IT background. A few years down the line, I started a consulting business on IT graduate studies as well as self-development IT training programs, and from then on, I've never looked back. This is Bob Mwiti, and you are watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show. In this episode of Success with Bob Mwiti Show, I'm going to talk about the college or university system here in the US. I know there's a lot of people out there, they want to come and study here in the US, but they don't really understand how the college system works here. Okay, and that's why I'm having this topic today. All right. Now, for you to come and study either college or university here in the US, you first need to complete your high school. Okay, then you can come and study college or university here in the US. All right. Now, the way the US education system is structured is that there's a 2-year college, okay, which is called community college, all right, and there's 4-year college, these are usually called universities, all right. So the way the US system is that there's 2-year colleges, which are usually called community colleges. Okay, and then there's the 4-year colleges, which are usually called the universities. Okay, now for community college, if you go to a community college and you graduate from there, you're gonna get an associate degree. Okay, if you go to a community college, you're gonna get an associate degree. All right, and when you go to a 4-year college or university, you get a bachelor's degree. Okay, now for community colleges, they accept basically anyone who really want to get some college education, all right? And so they are not very strict, and they are very affordable. Okay, so if you are really, like, let's say for example, you don't have a lot of funds to come and study here in the US, you can start from college level. Okay, you can come do 2-year associate degree at a community college. Then after that, then you can graduate to bachelor's degree. A lot of people do that, okay, because it's cheaper, okay, to study in a community college. Okay, and community colleges, actually, they don't even ask for any entrance exams. All right, as long as you are interested in pursuing something, then you will not have a problem getting into a community college. Okay, as long as you can show that you have a desire to study something, they will accept you. All right, and like I said, they are not as expensive as a 4-year university. All right, and you can scale from associate degree once you graduate, and then after that, then you can go for another 2 years and transfer your credits from your associate degree to your bachelor's degree. Okay, so that now when you go to do your bachelor's degree, then you can do it for 2 years. All right, now the way universities here are is that there are some universities out there, they are not really community universities. They are basically, for example, like maybe state universities or private universities, but they still offer associate degrees. Okay, there's a lot of them out there that do that. Okay, they still offer bachelor's degrees, and also they still offer associate degrees. All right, and even some others, they still also offer master's degrees, but again, they are not they are not community colleges. Okay, they offer associate programs or associate degrees, but they are not community colleges. All right, but a community college mostly will not be offering bachelor's degrees or master's degrees or doctorate level studies. All right. Okay, so again, if you really want to come and study here in the US, you really have to know where do you want to go. Okay, do you want to go to a 2-year college? Okay, or do you want to go to a 4-year college? Okay, and for a 4-year college, I said they are usually called universities, and you can go to a state university, which are usually public universities, okay, sponsored by the state. All right, and then there is also some really good also private universities. Now, a lot of people also ask, like, for example, how many universities are there in the US? There's a lot of universities here in the US, okay? Combine both community and 4-year universities, there's a lot of them. We are talking about thousands and thousands of universities, okay? So there are that many. So there's a lot of choice, okay? But what you really need to know is that on average, education here in the US is expensive. Compare, let's say for example, if you're coming from a third world country like me, okay, you know, and you're coming to study here, what you would spend studying here, whether you are studying in a community college or whether you are studying in a 4-year college or university, it's still gonna be a lot of money compared to what you would have paid if you're in your country. Okay, so that's one thing that you need to understand. All right. And like I've said previously, when you graduate from university here, you're given a chance to work based on what you went to school for. Okay, so let's say for example, you come to study here for your associate degree. So once you are done with your associate degree, when you graduate, you are given a work authorization, okay, called optional practical training if you apply for it. Okay, and then after that, you can use it to work a little bit, okay? And then after that, then you can go now and do your bachelor's degree, okay? So when you go another level up, then once you graduate again, you can get another optional practical training authorization, okay? And depending with what you do, I've said this before, if you're coming for a STEM program, then you're gonna get up to 3 years of work authorization. If you are coming for any program out there that is not STEM, you get just 1 year of work authorization, okay? So each level of education, you get optional practical training work authorization, okay? And you can use that now to look for work, and you can find employers who are willing to sponsor you so that you can live and work here long term. That's how I did it. Okay, so me, I came to the US as an international student. All right, then I graduated, I got my OPT, then I used that OPT, okay, to find an employer who was willing to sponsor me on a H-1B visa. Okay, and then after that, I was able to stay long term, and then after that, I was able to get my employment-based green card. Okay, I got my green card based on employment. Okay, it's very, very possible. I've said this a million times that the best non-immigrant visa to use to come to the US is a student visa. Whether you're coming for, to a community college, whether you are coming to a 4-year university, the best visa is a student visa, and specifically F1 visa. Okay, for academic studies. Okay, because there's 3 types of student visas. There's F1, there's J1, there's M1. All right, I've talked about these in my episodes. So the best student visa that you can use to come and study here in the US is the F1 visa. And the reason is it has a clear path to citizenship. Okay, if you want to stay here long term, then you can be able to do that with a student visa. Okay, I've told you, if you're out there and you want to come to the US just to come here to learn here, you don't care about your immigration, status and all that, that's fine. Okay, if you're that kind of a person, then that's okay. But if you're a serious student, you want to follow the right ways, okay, come here, go to school, graduate, get a good job, exactly like I did, then you have to follow what I tell you. Okay, get an F1 visa, come to school, make sure that you have the funds to study here. Okay, make sure that you have the funds to study here, because if you don't have the funds, you're gonna be in trouble. You won't be able to finish school, and you're gonna fall out of status, and it's gonna be a mess for you. Okay, there's a lot of people, I've said this a million times, there's a lot of people who live and work here in the US without the right immigration papers, and they are always living in fear. Okay, you don't want to be in that kind of a situation. And most of those people, they came as international students. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful. Okay, so, as you try to come to the US to study, do your own research, know exactly what you're coming to do here, know your plans. What are you gonna do once you graduate from college? Very, very important. All right. You're watching Success with Bob Mwiti show, presented to you by Upstack America. Upstack America is a consulting company that helps immigrants find amazing higher education and job opportunities in the tech industry in the United States. You can find our programs by going to www.upstackamerica.com. Upstack America, we wake you up to the unlimited potential within you. Now, on to the question of the day. Someone asked me, hey Bob, is it possible for me to change my status from a J1 visa to a F1 visa? I'm already here in the US. Now, that kind of a question, I would say yes, it's possible to change your status from a J1 to an F1 visa, but it depends with the time that you have, it depends with the time that is left on your J1 visa. Okay. When I say time left, I mean the time that you are supposed to be here, not what is showing on your visa, because your visa could have 5 years. Okay, but the program that you came for is for 1 year. All right, so if the program is just for 1 year, then you'll be required to go back after 1 year. Okay, now this person who sent me this question, he told me that his J1 program ends in 6 months time. Okay, so if the J1 program is ending in 6 months time, you really have to make sure that you've changed your status by those 6 months, sorry. Okay, so if you don't, then you'll have to go back to your country. Okay, and then now come in as an F1 student. Okay, so that's why I say, it's possible. I always say, it's possible to change your status, but improbable. Okay, depending on the time that you have to be here in the US on your current visa. Okay, so again, because when you try to change, you have to look for schools. They have to give you the I-20. It takes some time, and then now when you submit your application to the USCIS, it takes also time for them to approve you. So if they don't approve you before, by the time you're supposed to leave the country, then you have to go and then wait for the approval. And then now once you get the approval, then now you can go to the embassy and then seek the F1 visa. All right? I'll see you next time. Goodbye. You've been watching Success with Bob Mwiti show, brought to you by Upstack America. Come back next time to hear more steps and missteps that I took on the path to becoming a successful immigrant in USA. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.